Now visually you're not going to see much difference in terms of distance there, just the gap from there is a little bit further away from there. It's only about this much, so visually it's not going to be that different. But the information you'll see...
The club isn't really that big as well, isn't it?
Exactly, it's not a big change you're making. Now what we'll see now in terms of the swing, and you'll probably see it more in terms of impact, but the top of the backswing there's your top of your backswing here. If we go to the top of this backswing, it's not as flat. Now again, doesn't look much difference, but if we look at sort of where your shirt is there, your right collar, so as you start coming back down now, I can see your right collar. So your hands are going from top of the backswing 3 or 4 frames and suddenly the right part of your collar there is visible. Right from here now, where do you see your right collar? Just about now. So your hands are moved a long way down to get out of the way. So therefore, rather than your hands coming down from this way, it's coming down from that way. And therefore, when you get to impact, you'll see it probably more now because it's more relative to the golf ball. Your club now, your shaft is that side of the golf ball, dissecting the golf ball, whereas this one starts coming back down and more direct that way. So look at that impact, look at that impact. So the club now is moving in this direction. So a golf club that stays this side of the golf ball, not going through the golf ball, is hitting the golf ball more direct that way as opposed to that way. Hence why the information the ball's been given now is more of a tick at the backside rather than a slap across. But that's only going to come from being a little bit further away from the golf ball. And naturally, as we said, by being a bit further back now, your arc has naturally changed to be a bit flatter. And without you really, I mean, you're probably aware of it because you talked about it, but you're not there going, I'm trying to bring my arms around here.
Yeah.
If you had a golf club that's way out there that was like 20 foot long, you'd have to swing it around it. You couldn't swing it up there, could you? So the angle of the shaft that's set up will kind of dictate the angle it's swung on. Yeah. So if you're too close to it, you tend to get quite steep, and steep if you start releasing the club properly now will just send you straight left, because you now can square the club face up. Without that, you've got the grip in your hands correctly, and you have the ability now to square that club face up. So a path that just goes straight left, the ball now just goes straight left. You get the odd one, you just sort of shank to the right where you get a bit close, we said, but the majority of your shots now are following that yellow line with a square club face. If the club face is a little bit open, you might sort of drift it back towards target, but it's a weaker shot, whereas a ball now flying more in this direction is going further. I don't really tend to teach draw to fade, whatever you feel comfortable saying. Again, from a personal point of view, you're happier seeing the ball start just left of target and go this way.
Yeah, I suppose wise I've been used to that sort.
Exactly. You're not going to sound that third of Pendoiling on that, so third on the button with the Pendoiling lane. Okay, right, James, let's start on the right hand of those trees and draw it back.
Yeah.
Whereas a guy teaching make it a bit of a hook, that's all he sees.
Yeah.
So what your brain sort of visualises where the ball's going to do. If you sit on there, say, okay, right, I'm aiming on the right hand side, I'm going to get my swing a bit flatter and start. You get to about there and you go, and then you just try and hoik it down the fifth summer because you wouldn't trust that ability. Yeah. You can get guys on the range in draws and fades all day because there's no consequence. When you're on the golf course and you've got to commit to that shot, you're going to feel happier hitting that drift fade, as I suppose, as it would be, as opposed to a big slice or trying to draw it against someone you're not used to.
Now, I love to hit a draw,
yeah,
but because they tend naturally go further.
They potentially go a bit further. There's more of a direct hit to them, yeah.
With my distance, I don't.
But you're not sure hitter, exactly. I mean, Nick has played 40 years with a fade.
It's always a softer bounce anyway with an iron if you got a
and
fade.
Generally, Dustin Johnson now is trying to fade. Most of the top tour players, especially the longer hitters, are trying to be more softer with their ball. A ball that comes down a bit softer and just drifts is easier to control than a ball that's slinging that way. When you start getting the sling going on, you're not, I mean, a bit of a slice, it sort of comes down, it might land and just spin a bit to the right, it's not going to be in too much trouble. You lose a bit of distance, a bit short. A ball that's slinging, hooking, it lands and just goes doing. Especially in the winter and in the summer now when the ground is as hard as it is, a hook is tough to play with. As I said, you want to just see the golf ball sort of going through a sort of corridor about 10 yards left of the flag, and just when it gets to the peak of its flight, it just drifts down this way.
I don't mind aiming now, because now, if I was aiming at sort of the third of the fairway, and then it would start either in the middle or the right third would be perfect.
Exactly.
That's
so if you were going sort of as the map points here now, kind of the yellow flag, or between sort of the 150 and the red flag, as you said, you'd kind of be starting it almost at the 200 sign. Yeah. Kind of, so just sort of starting the left-hand side
and just behind the yellow flag.
Exactly. Yeah. Whereas before, you'd be starting almost left 100 and trying to almost curve it this way, or just trying to hit it all over the thing. So we can just get a little bit further. Like I said, just getting that bit further from the golf ball now is going to be a bit more of a natural.
When I was a kid, you literally used to say, let them go, put the club down, let it lie, and then walk up to it.
Yeah, exactly, So then you get exactly in the clubs, especially if the club's too long for a lot of kids, you sort of see kids this way, so they're sort of stuck up here rather than
I didn't feel comfortable. I don't know why.
Yeah.
I feel that I have my hands too low.
It's not a natural position for you, is it? Exactly. Yeah. You want to get those hands up, but the way you want to think.
You're always told to keep your back straight.
Exactly. Yeah.
Back straight gives you more power.
Yeah, we get a better rotation, but again, it's back straight. But what you just did there, we don't want to be bringing our shoulders like an ideal posture, like you sort of curl your shoulders up over the collarbone, sort of try and do this. If I sort of go, I can't move. Your shoulders will have to fall kind of forward of your back. But even though I can get straight back, but my arms are hanging down. The same way if you're going to carry your bag, you'd carry your bag down there. You wouldn't carry it out there, would you? Because you've got more control here. So as your arms hang down by your side when you're walking or stood there, you just drop forward that way, so your arms are hanging down here. That's where you want your hands to be. That's where the most control is going to come from.